Eleito como presidente dos Estados Unidos, Donald Trump é uma figura cheia de sucesso, criando negócios bilionários no mercado imobiliário americano que vão desde prédios que levam seu nome até cassinos multimilionários. Ele já foi apresentador de TV, escreveu livros, best-sellers por sinal, e hoje ocupa o cargo de homem mais poderoso do mundo. Você pode até não gostar dele, mas tem que admitir que ele é uma pessoa de muito sucesso. Veja os 10 segredos do sucesso de Donald Trump.
You've said, though, that if you did run for president, you believe you'd win.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose in my life. And if I did decide to do it, I think I'd be inclined, I would say that I would have a hell of a chance of winning, because I think people, I don't know how your audience feels, but I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off. And I can't promise you everything, but I can tell you one thing, this country would make one hell of a lot of money from those people that for 25 years have taken advantage. It wouldn't be the way it's been, believe me.
I love my life. I have a wonderful family. They're saying, Dad, you're going to do something that's going to be so tough. You know, all of my life I've heard that a truly successful person, a really, really successful person, and even modestly successful, cannot run for public office. It just can't happen. And yet that's the kind of mindset that you need to make this country great again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
Well, but I had a father who was in the construction business and the real estate business, and he taught me a lot. And he was really a great mentor, a great teacher. He taught me about negotiation, about building, and how to put up a building, and how to build a house, and whatever it is I built. And he was really great. So I really did start with some great knowledge.
Number 4, look at the solution, not the problem. This is very important if you ever want to learn to think big. And here's why. No matter what you do, you're bound to run into problems. It's just part of life, a part of business, a part of anything worth doing. If you let the problems get in your way, they'll become bigger than your idea was to begin with, and you will be a wipeout. No matter how bad things look, keep your focus on the solution, and you will be surprised how things can work out, and work out properly. One way I do this is to ask myself when confronting a possible problem, is this a blip or is this a catastrophe? A catastrophe is something like an earthquake, a tsunami, a war, and so forth, and a blip is everything else. Right away, you'll have the right perspective, and your equilibrium will be restored. So keep your focus on the solution. But I want the cameras to span the room. Go ahead, fellas, watch. They don't turn them. They don't turn them. They don't turn them. Go ahead, turn them. Look, turn the camera. Go ahead. Turn the camera, ma'am. Turn the camera. You with the blonde hair, turn the camera. Show the room. Go ahead. They don't turn them. What about, hey, you in the center, why don't you turn your camera? Show them how many people come to these rallies. Turn them. Go ahead, turn them. Go ahead. Thank you. That's the first time they've ever done that. Thank you. That's the first time. Amazing. Amazing. Number 6, know everything you can about what you're doing. That's a good way to cover your bases. Another good way is to read the book Robert Kiyosaki and I have written together, Why We Want You to Be Rich. It's about covering your bases and knowing what's going on. I remember when some guys came in to meet with me about a great idea they had for an atrium for a building on Wall Street. It was a beautiful idea except for one thing. None of them had thought about how the building would be supported around this fabulous atrium. They didn't take into account the steel columns that were necessary to support a 72-story building, a very big and embarrassing oversight that could have been avoided if they'd taken the time to think about what they were doing. Don't let that happen to you. Know what you're doing first.
A maioria de nós conhece a regra dourada. Não a regra dourada que nos lembra sobre como devemos tratar os outros. A regra dourada que estou falando é: a pessoa que tem o ouro faz as regras.
Thinking big starts with the details and grows from there. Because I'm a builder, I'm very aware of the importance of having a good foundation. You can't take chances in construction. You can't be haphazard and say, well, maybe this will work, maybe it won't, so let's try it and find out. Because a lot of people will be at risk. I have to know if something will work or not. Every inch has to be accounted for.
I'm, again, somebody that has a good instinct financially. I have had historically. I've followed markets. I've been going the right direction, whether it's New York real estate or stocks or whatever.
Number 10, above all, never give up. Never, never, never give up. The only time you will be a failure is if you quit trying. Only losers quit. The biggest losers in the world are quitters. Winners keep on going. So whatever you do, never give up. My father always used to harp, never give up, son, never give up. Don't ever quit. I never want to see you give up or quit. Well, my father was a smart guy, and I listened to him. And remember, think big. A good way to start is to read our new book, Why We Want You to Be Rich. 2 men, 1 message. There's a lot of great advice in there for you, and I expect you to pay attention. You're going to do fantastically well. You're going to be a winner, and I'm going to see you in the winner's circle.
Você gosta de empreendedorismo e gostaria de criar um negócio dos seus sonhos? Então se inscreva na minha lista VIP e eu vou te enviar toda semana vídeos com histórias de empreendedores de sucesso. E também vou te mostrar as melhores formas de se criar um business totalmente online para você ter a liberdade de fazer o que ama em qualquer lugar do mundo. Então clique onde está escrito Lista VIP e faça parte dessa comunidade de empreendedores que vão criar sua própria realidade. E se você gostou desse vídeo, deixe o seu like, se inscreva no canal e deixe os seus comentários com dúvidas e sugestões para os próximos vídeos. Um grande abraço e até o próximo vídeo.